Welcome to another edition of the Brian Colletto Show, streaming to my YouTube and my LinkedIn. And if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, to there as well once this recording is finished. And as a friendly reminder that this is not professional information, this is just from lived experiences, so please seek professionals' help where necessary. So, on this week's edition, first off, I apologize. I did not come on last week during Holy Week, not because it was Holy Week, but because I had an event on that Monday night and decided it was best just to postpone to this week. So I'm doing this on April 6th. So I want to first say welcome to Autism Month, April 2026, although my advocacy runs all 12 months of the year because I'm on the spectrum and because I believe in a better world for people on the spectrum and for people of all different abilities to have a better world all 12 months of the year. The thing I want to say about the spectrum now, if you may have heard me say this before, but sometimes I get new listeners. So about 2 years ago, got blocked by another person on the spectrum who is local to me um, because of my usage of puzzle pieces. And it was definitely hurtful. No hard feelings, but definitely hurtful. Um, Although it did open up my eyes to promoting neurodiversity as well. And some things at work, without divulging too many details, there have been some things that have happened at work recently that have reminded me why I will not get rid of the puzzle piece from my repertoire. And some of that is because a few clients or a few people that we previously had as clients very short term had to be terminated for certain behaviors that we are not we're not able um, to deal with because we're not certified to deal with them. Um, and one that I really want to um, bring into consideration is one in which this particular individual has a phobia of masks that I was told happened during COVID. And this person would shield their eyes, would rip people's masks off their faces, um, and it created for a not pleasant situation. And these are things that may sometimes happen when somebody has severe autism. That's why that's why I believe that although neurodiversity is a good thing, it that not everybody on the spectrum is able to uh, attain those skills. it's a spectrum. It is not puzzle piece versus neurodiversity. It is both working together. I believe we embrace how we've recognized autism in the past and embrace it with new ideas that we add to how we advocate. Um, so, so I wanted to bring that to light. And for the record, unfortunately, no, I do not have any in-person speaking gigs this month. I wish I did, but that brings another point too, that um, my hometown of Edison, New Jersey, I feel like I got to pull teeth in my town in order for the leaders to actually, um, you know, keep me in mind and help create those opportunities. Because I sometimes feel like my town is just same old ways, and never seemingly moving forward in the way that it should, and that I do better talking to people from outside of my town, leaders, anybody. Um, that's not to say that my town doesn't have good people. We do. Um, there are plenty of good people, and I definitely don't want to discredit them. Um, so now that that's off my chest, um, let's get to so events over the past 2 weeks, since I didn't do last week's show. So, um, so about 2 weeks ago, on that Tuesday, March 24th, I had a networking event with the Chamber of Commerce that I'm a board member with. The next night, I finally went to an evening meeting for my Rotary Club for the first time in nearly a year. And that was fun. It was an interesting presentation about AI. Not to take away from the real thing, of course. And then I went to a networking event in Princeton, well, Plainsboro, but near Princeton. It was with Princeton Chamber. And that was a good event as well. It was at a place called Golf Cave. And then last week, in terms of mentioning my absence from doing my show, last week was the big annual Taste of Middlesex that I attended, which wasn't as well attended as in years past. They always do it on the last Monday of March, except that this year it was the start of Holy Week, and also some people being on vacation for spring break. So I kind of felt like maybe perhaps it was a bit poor timing. Um, but it also begs the point that in big events, it's just hard for people to just slow down and actually have conversations with people. That is what's sometimes a bit frustrating for me. Um, and especially when it's not going for too long. Um, and then finally, this past weekend, Easter, uh, had a gathering with some relatives, extended family. Finally, a happy occasion again for the first time in like over half a year. Um, because the last two times we had gotten together were for uh, uh, family losses, loss of my uncle at the end of last summer, and the loss of my father just before Christmas. Um, so it was good to have a happy occasion again. And I think we all had a great time. So that's it for this week's edition of my show. Um, Wherever you're listening to this, if you would like to find me on social media, just simply look for Brian Colletto on all the major platforms and you'll find me. You can connect with me there. That is the best way to find me and connect with me. Um, and hopefully, I'll be back for another show next week. And until the next time I come on, I send you all love, light, blessings, and peace. Take care.